And it's time to go and
We
whole rank. Go ahead.
You
Inside
are
joke.
funny, Christopher. Yes, inside
Whole
joke.
rain track. I was admit, mom. Remember this when you was
Hmm.
a kid? Saying, Mama said you are any many. Remember
Oh
that
yeah,
any
and
many mighty mo, and you are out of this whole rain train gang. And then it's out, and then not knowing that,
oh
like
yeah,
really, if you thought it all through, you kind of know the results.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
and
yeah,
if you want your friend to stay and be like, roll, rain, train, game, you're
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Anyway, how you doing? How's it going?
Going well. Christopher and yourself, how you doing? How's it been for you?
I feel good. I really feel good. I've had a good day so far. I can't even sometimes people say I'm not gonna complain.
Hmm.
I really don't even have a complaint.
Right.
I can't think of anything right now.
That's good. That is really good. Glad to hear.
Thank you.
Yes.
And what about yourself? You really doing good and all that?
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I've been getting a little bit more rest. Lately. Been.
How was your sleep? Yeah.
Yeah. Now, even though the quality of the sleep can be worked on, but at least I'm
Mm-mm.
sleeping.
Fancy
Sleeping a little
word.
bit more.
Mm-mm.
So, whenever you are resting a little bit more, that is a big plus, especially for me. But anyway, but yeah,
Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad that you got some rest. I am ready to go. And one of the big things that we've had good days, but sometimes you have some interesting moments in time and you don't know what's going on.
hmm,
And
yes.
here, me and Angela here at the Spice O, give us some more. Is trying to figure out like, well, how do you know that? Like, I might have to do a reset. I might have to back up a little bit. Something's a little
Yeah,
because you don't always know that.
that's true.
And so, when would you know? What are some reasons you would
I
do it?
think there are signs that gives you would know it. You would feel it. You personally would know it. So
And it's good you brought that up because we're going to discuss some signs, like 10 top 10, some 10 signs
yeah.
when it's going to all up. I got to do it. And we're going to give a shout out to, uh, if you see it there, what is it, Angela?
It says the life me blog.
And what's the title there that they're helping us with
All
today?
right, this is 10 signs. It is time to hit the reset button in your life.
Mm,
Yes.
we're gonna help y'all out today.
Yes.
And so get going with that. What's one?
Number one says you feel your brain is foggy.
Mm,
Tell me about that. I'm telling you, I go through brain fogs a lot, but as a male,
mm-hmm.
do you go through brain fogs a lot too? Is that happening a lot in your life?
Maybe same but different wording. So it could be I spaced out for a minute or something, you know, um, or I can't, you can have your recall or something. So I don't know if I go through it a lot, and I don't want to. I want to. I don't. I try to do everything I can, so I have many less of those as possible. But I think it's different degrees for different people and
Hmm.
all that stuff.
So why do you think people have brain fogs? I can name you one. For one, I would think they have a lot on their minds,
Lack
and
of rest,
right, and lack of rest.
or it's thrown off. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not flowing well. Some people don't. Everybody don't need the exact same amount of rest. I found that out as I got older.
yeah,
But
that's
if
true.
you get it disturbed a lot and it's off from your normal routine,
Hmm.
that could cause it.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
So
What about for you though?
I
You
do
say you
get
get it.
I do get brain fogs.
What are the symptoms? Like how describe brain fog?
Okay, I would say this. I would literally go into a room and forget why I even came in the room. I could have several brain fogs of people I know that I can't even tell you. I'm sitting there trying to, think about their name. The people I've known, regular, like, oh, what? And then it comes to me. It's like that brain just is not cooperating today. Um,
Do you think brain fog is connected? It's a little off subject, but I always have a theory on this because I've heard someone else talk about. I've heard like I think Trevor Noah, somebody talk about ADHD and how sometimes those things are connected to other symptoms of other issues,
oh yeah.
like maybe brain fog, maybe depression, maybe things like
Well,
that.
definitely is part of a menopause and perimenopause. Brain fog is definitely common as part of symptoms of that too.
Some people not as aware of it though, right?
Uh, I think okay. I think they do because it's like you don't remember as well as you did before.
But do you remember you have brain fog?
I don't even think about once that time is gone, it is gone. I ain't thinking about it.
Right,
Like it's out the door.
right, right.
Have enough on my plate. Yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, I forgot what I came in here for. Oops. And then you remember as soon as you walk out the door, or sometimes even minutes later, it comes back to you.
Yeah, yeah. Brain fog is one. Now the second one, I'll mention the second one.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people miss this one
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes people don't even realize this about them, and I'm guilty. All of any of us. When I say people, I can. It's all encompassing people, including myself. But I've been on both sides of this, and this is true, but it's missed. I think
Mm-hmm.
brain fog is caught. Like you, oh man, I don't know what am I here for? And that's caught. But this one here, number two, is when it's time for to hit the reset button in your life when your thoughts are mostly negative. It
Oh
may be
yeah.
time to hit that reset button.
Yeah,
It may be time to really dig into yourself and some me time.
for sure.
But knowing that you're going around doing it is the tough part. Because even if somebody might say, "Man, you negative," you may not even catch it. You may be thinking they're just bothering you and
You
being
think
mean.
that, hey, I'm getting this off my chest,
Right.
or you say if your thoughts are mostly negative, you going around looking like there's something wrong with you all the
Hmm.
time. Something's not right. You
But
know.
it's talking about negatively, period. So
Yeah.
period. So it's not even talking about it's talking about negative
Mo-
towards you, towards anything, towards like, man, why is that there? And what is that? And why they that? And what it is? And start thinking about any and everything negative
mm-hmm.
internally and externally.
Yeah.
That's time for a reset, man.
Oh yeah. I
Because
totally agree.
that one is, even though it's number two, to me, that's like, yeah. Because ain't gonna nobody ain't gonna have a patience so long for a person that's like in that mode and not changing it. Like that can only last for so long, and usually the person don't like it themselves. If they become aware of it, like, man, I sound crazy.
Oh yeah. I totally agree with that. 'Cause I'm telling you, I've been in that situation before, where I'm mostly thinking negative, but I have to step back and just, what do you call it? Step out the box and figure out what's going on, because it's not a good feeling at
Right.
all. It's not. So you can't enjoy being in that type of mind frame mostly.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Said mostly, you're
Yeah.
funny.
Mostly
Most of the
negative.
time,
It
guys. I
says
mean,
mostly, your
sometimes it's
thoughts are
good.
mostly negative.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Number 3 is you are not prioritizing your health, physical, mental, or spiritual.
Might have to hit the reset button if you're not making some of those a priority. Time to hit the button.
Hit the button. Yep. So yeah, that's self-explanatory.
But some people don't think to do that. Some people, it is. We know that for a fact that health is and mental are connected. You're not taking care of your health, not eating right. Now that your brain is a muscle and it's an organ and
Mm-hmm.
everything. It needs the right stuff. So that button you need to
Yeah,
go check yourself before you wreck yourself.
and all of those, physical, mental, and spiritual, are very important in order for, so it is good to make sure that you are taking care of yourself in those three different aspects.
It may be time to hit the reset button. This is the next one. When you feel that your mental health is not healthy.
Wait, that's not number 4.
If you're living for people approval rather than for yourself. Living just enough for the city life.
For the people. So listen, you can't
Oh man.
live, I mean, I can't tell you, looking at a person that is looking for people approval, That's a person that's not happy.
Mm,
They're not happy with themselves or their lives. They
right.
want constantly want approval. You know, I just definitely that is a time to hit that reset button if you're that way for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So let's have a good balance with that. It's some things you're like, hey, what do you think? People's opinion, but you can't base if you're like, oh, because that's gonna kick into the stress part.
But it says rather than for yourself.
And then I jumped the gun with number 5, but go ahead.
Number 5 is your mental health feels unstable.
I think that's connected, in my opinion. I think it's connected to 4
Right.
because when you start over worrying and overthinking, and then even backing up to the negative thing, when you start having all these things, it may be a conglomerate of a mentally unstable. Not saying you crazy or you psycho. It's just saying things are getting off
Your thinking is not
balance.
balanced. Yeah, we'll say that.
Your thinking is off balance. Your thinking is not. It is not reasonable sometimes. Your average person, what is wrong with him? What's wrong with her? And so your thinking is not normal. I guess that's a good way to put it.
Oh yeah.
All right. Am I 6?
Yeah, you're 6.
Keep finding yourself making the same mistakes.
So that one is interesting. What do they mean about the same mistake? Can you give me an example of that? If you can't, I'm thinking like if I'm
I would say when you somebody may say, hey, did you do this? Oh, I forgot. And it's the same like, I forgot. Or you let's say you're writing something or typing something and something that you don't usually don't make a mistake on. You find that not only you made the mistake, you've done it more than once or 2 or 3
okay.
times. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
You kind of repeating.
that kind of yeah. I see what you're saying because they got so
Like I
much
give
on
an
their
example now.
mind.
Angela's seen this happen. We're driving and I'll be like, man, why did I go this way? And this is faster. And you even act like, well. But if I do it a couple of more times, I might be way off and I might need to hit the reset button because I'm like, okay, that's a mistake. But
Or
here we
I
go.
put the address into the
Oh,
GPS for
hello.
you to follow
Now
the
you know what I mean.
instructions.
Now you
And
got
several
it.
times you
Yeah.
missed a
How about that? Man, she
turn.
couldn't wait to get that out. While we're on the subject, this is even better illustration, guys. Hold on to your hats. Yeah, he needs to hit the reset button. Yeah, that happens.
All right. Number
All
7.
right, hey, just since we're on the subject, somebody gets in a car, they have to drive. You know they need those maps put in there, and then they take the sweet molasses power by putting it in there and be like, "Oh, I need to do it," and you halfway there about it.
You did say molasses, right?
You know what I said. You said I didn't know I said molasses. You hear
Okay,
what you want to hear.
just want to
You
make
might need to hit the
sure
reset button.
that the audience
All
knows
right.
that you said molasses. All right.
All right, number 7.
Number 7 is you have no work-life balance. Whoa. That means that you are, what they call it? Riding the midnight train or something. Whatever they call it. I
Burning the
forgot.
midnight oil,
Burn the midnight
riding both
oil.
sides of the candle. I don't know.
Yeah,
You are
so
out your mind.
now a lot of companies now, they are promoting work-life balance. So some folks probably decide to burn that midnight oil just on their own. That's nothing the company is doing. They're not telling you to overwork, but it is so important that there is a balance between your work life, because time and time again, I don't know if it was during the pandemic. I forgot when it was, but at one point there were I kept seeing in the news where people were passing away on their jobs from overworking. And as you see, I'm saying overworking. I'm saying, I mean, it probably was to the extreme level, but still, your body needs the rest. You need the rest. You need that balance. Just thinking about all you did. People got either you're not eating or you're not eating right. So yeah, that's important to do.
Yeah, that's a good thought. And I think sometimes you will stretch out, and as long as you kind of balance it with, okay, now it's time for to do this, playtime, whatever. It's the ones that just, like you say, the consistent forgetting, the consistent burning of the oil, the consistent late night. That's when it's like, uh-oh, and you might have to do a reset. And like you said, usually it's not even a job. It's the people themselves. You're his mother.
I think so. Yeah.
You are consistently comparing yourself to others. You are consistently comparing yourself to others.
Yeah. And I think when you comparing yourself to other, there is some
Why?
I mean, you're not confident in yourself, but there is, what do you call that?
I call it like self-loathing, or it's like you beating up yourself. It's
Low self-esteem, whatever
low
it is.
self-esteem, low confidence. I don't know.
Yeah. So
Insecurity, maybe.
insecurities, yep. And if you're comparing yourself to others, that means that you don't think that you are good enough.
Right.
There's got to be a little bit of anxiety and depression going on, because let me tell you, there's so much stuff on social media. There's no way to be comparing yourself to it, because I'm telling you, a lot of stuff is not even what it seems to be. So it's like when you're comparing yourself to others, you're comparing yourself to what you think. You think somebody got the perfect life, or oh, that's their car, when it's probably it's not their car, or they struggle too. Everybody have their struggles.
Yeah.
So
And these are things that's like what they're talking about is things that you're just in the rut of, because that it can happen. Everything we're saying could happen once in a while, but it's the, like, if you're not snapping out of it, oh, you need to reset. You need some self-care. You need to do something, because that's not normal to just stay in that moment.
definitely when you compare yourself to others, hit that reset button.
Yeah, because when we were talking about this when we were walking.
Yeah.
When you think realistically, it makes no sense. First of all, we're the only ones that's doing it. We're doing that. That's almost like abusing your own mental state. You're beating up yourself, and that's not even fair to the person you're trying to compare yourself to.
Yeah, because everybody is unique in their own way. You may be strong in one area, the other person may be strong other people. Everybody got their weaknesses, and they got points where they're very strong, or things they're very strong in, and that's because people are unique. You are unique. You're
Right.
not gonna be the top dog in every ability. You're not, but you are gonna have some abilities that you're a top dog at, and you're going to have some weaknesses. Everybody's not going to be that same way. It's impossible. So appreciate your uniqueness.
Man, she helping you hit the button. Go ahead.
Yeah, hit that, but
That's
appreciate your uniqueness and what you see where
Mm-hmm.
you're strong at. Just be proud of that, because I'm telling you, there are things that I wish I was strong at and I'm not, but it is what it is.
And I would tell her this, and man, we talk about all the time. There are things that you're way better at, or just have a more of a connection, or you can get it, or whatever, lock in better than me. And there's certain things that between the both of us that we just do at different levels, and I'm quite comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine. Maybe when I was younger and more immature, I probably tried to compare. I don't know, maybe compared or something. But it's a waste of time and energy to do that with anybody, especially people you love. But with anybody.
Yeah, and when because we are married, been married for
Newsflash.
yeah. So when we appreciate each other's
How long
strengths,
have we been? It's been a while. But
it's
anyway.
been it's coming up on 29 years.
Wow.
So when we appreciate each other's strengths and weaknesses, you got two people here where I'm strong at. I help.
She's
If we're
strong.
strong, we cover each other over.
Yeah.
Where he's strong, he covered me over.
Yeah.
So it's like we
Good
help
mix,
each other.
man.
Yes,
We got each other back.
Exactly. All right, number 9, it says, you have lost interest in things you love. And I'm going to tell you, that one hit me personally.
Yeah.
Because I know that, we've had things happen in the past and stuff, and things that cause, I would say, mild depression. So, and one thing that I can tell you is that I did lose interest in things that I like to do. Things that I was, just, oh, I love this, I love that. But those got put on the back burner because I was in a, a depressive state. But once and I know that when there's sparks of when I'm in the mood, oh yeah, things are better when I have those better days. Then I want to do the things that I want, that I like to do. But yeah, there's things like my mind is like, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that. But then after a certain point, I'm just too tired to do it. I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to do it.
Right.
So it's like when you lose interest in things you love, that is a sign to hit the reset button. And when I do, at times that I have hit that reset button when I felt in that particular state, then I felt better. Hitting that reset button was a relief or release for me in that state of mind. And but yeah, that helped me. Yeah, just hit that reset button.
Yeah. And it's okay, even with things, because it can even parlay into things you like. Like things I like are things I love. Could be things, person, place, people, things, whatever. And sometimes I have to accept that I'm just not connected to it like I used to be. And I'm okay with learning new things to love and like, but that's the way I hit the reset button. That's the way I kind of reset things. Sometimes my family helped me reset because I think we can all get into some interesting twirls and whirls in our own minds.
Yes.
So,
Am I playing tricks on you?
playing tricks on you, man. And it's, it's okay. It's that in our universe, in our planet, in our world, there are so many new things we don't even know exist yet, things we don't even know about that's on this planet. There's always things we can get interested in and find out. It's everlasting. So when I look back at it, or when I think about it, any of us, if we look back at it, we'll find like, man, it's okay to reset how I love something, and it's okay to find new things to continue to be interested in. And it gives you more appreciation for the other things that you kind of like didn't appreciate.
Yeah, I can tell you at one point I hit a reset button on this hair of mine. I got tired dealing with it. So I'm like, all right,
And I love that, by the way.
I need a low maintenance hairdo, but
Yeah.
this one I was thinking about for probably months
But that's
before
you
I did
though.
it.
See, that's the thing. You did it for a reason. And in my mind, I was like, man, that's all. That is her.
Yeah.
That
So
her. It's like you coming fresh off an island somewhere. Hey, man.
well, thank you. Appreciate it.
What you crying about, girl?
Like you can hit a reset button on certain things of your life, aspects of your life. You can hit a reset button on people, because if you can hit reset button on your social media, if there's some negativity going on that you see, hit that reset button, clear it out, and proceed on.
Keep it moving. But again, people help you sometimes. They actually can just do stuff and you automatically reset. But if you feel in some kind of way or you feeling it, you're like, I might have to reset. I gotta reset. I'm tripping. I'm tripping on this. Something in your life requires you to develop new skills.
So that's number 10.
Yeah, number 10. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Something in your life helps you. This number 10, guys. Something in your life requires you to develop new skills, idea, or capacities. And I can relate to this. So, and I'll give you an example. Some people are like, what does that mean? So let's say, for instance, let's say if you were an actor and you got this new lines and new things you have to do. Maybe you never even did acting. Maybe you did commercials. Maybe you just did voiceover work. Now you got to do this. That can be nerve wracking. Having to do a certain part or speech or any, something that's out of the realm. Are you at your job and now you got to learn a new aspect of the job? You may just work with software and they want you to do more engineering stuff. So something that's out of the realm that you have to do can cause so much stress and anxiety. And sometimes you just got to kind of step back to move forward.
That's true. Yeah. So especially now the first thing in that in making this the decision to do it and not backing away from it, and what and I have to press the reset button as well, as far as you're talking about different skills and stuff, and having to learn new skills. Why? I mean, you could be at a job for years, but you still got to press the reset button on your skills. Especially in technology, you always hitting that reset button because there's always something that's out there that's new, something you got to learn. If you putting together something, I remember years ago I had to put together, for the first time, I had to design, I had to architect a particular platform, and I never did that before. But if I didn't hit the reset button, be now let me get out my box. Let me get, let me do this. So the main thing is just deciding to do it and doing it and doing whatever it takes to get there. Because once I got to the end point and I got that thumbs up and that like well done from my manager, I felt so good because I accomplished something that was difficult, that I saw that was difficult I never did before. That pushed me further to keep it going, to keep doing it, to keep on, with this. So, and that's I think about that today. I did my first architect design of a platform,
Mm.
and it was a thumbs up the first time, and it worked well. It worked well, and I'm like, oh yes, I can. But I still do the same thing. I still, and not shy away from things, and just do it. And that's what I would tell anybody in their life, regardless of what you're doing. It don't even have to be on a job. It could be anything in your life that you need to do. If you're normally say no to things because you think it's difficult, why don't you say yes? Sometimes just learn the skill and do it. You'll be proud of yourself. That changes because you're like, oh, I didn't think I had it in me. Or I never done this before. I don't know. Once you do it, you like, oh yeah, I've learned something now. I feel good.
So that's a top 10, guys, but it could be, there's other things. So just kind of be more self aware. And when you feel in some kind of way, when something's a little off, just be prepared to say, you know what, I need to hit the reset button.
Yes.
I got to hit
Hit
the button. Huh? What? Hit the button.
Yes, do it.
You never know. It might add a little what?
Spice to your life. A spice to your
Oh,
life. Goodbye.